All right, are we ready? We've been testing for the last hour, by the way.
Testing on Women's Night.
On Women's Night.
Hello, Henderson.
And I mean, this is the third time you and I have been trying to do something together, and technologically we fail.
Hey, hold on. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm starting to feel like I'm bringing the bad vibes, but I'm bringing the good vibes
You're
today.
bringing the good vibes today. Bringing the good vibes.
Yes.
So
here we go. We're getting, all the ladies are showing up. We can't wait to find out what they have to say, to tell everybody. Boom.
All right, let's do this. Welcome back to Hello Henderson here at Tech Alley Henderson. We are live, well, recording live. We're not really live. I'm live right next to my guest co-host, Carami Olsen of Pilula Pod. I couldn't be so happier for you to be here, by the way.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course.
Oh my gosh, what an opportunity to talk to everybody here in Henderson about what's going on tonight. Women's Night?
Yes. Yeah, we're here celebrating Women's Night. We're wrapping up the month of March, Women's Month, celebrating Women's Month. Today's event is all about women, women in the community, women in tech, women in business. How do you feel about that?
Oh.
There you go.
We have lots to say. We're going
Yeah.
to get these ladies on here. They're going to tell us some amazing pieces of information, and I'm excited.
Excellent,
Yes.
excellent. So we're going to come right back. We'll probably grab a couple of folks right behind us, and you're going to fly solo. This is your show. I think of it as your show. I'm here to support you. I'll come in when I need to.
Oh my.
All right, or when
Okay,
you need me to.
This is a lot of pressure, but you know what? I did actually, I'm going to grab my paper because I did write down some questions.
Of course.
Don't forget.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Hello Henderson, everybody. So I have somebody here I want to introduce you to. Share your name and what you do.
Sure. Hi, I'm Shaq, Cruz. I'm with the Nevada Governor's Office of Economic Development, Office of Entrepreneurship, just trying to help tech startups, entrepreneurs really just grow, scale, and just live their best lives.
You definitely do that. Okay, what was your favorite part of tonight?
Oh my gosh, every session I either laughed, cried, took a lot of notes, but that panel was just incredible women, just with amazing stories and really useful tips from all their fields. And I think with the rise of AI, there's something about the human spirit, the empathy, and just being able to just make it happen that AI can't really replicate. So no, I cried a few times during that panel, but I'm just so optimistic about Henderson and Nevada.
I love it. Those women did really show how you can use AI in real life and in business and have empathy at the same time. Thank you so much. Thanks, Shaq.
Cheers. Thank you.
All right, and we're back here with Lorraine Yarde.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. All right, so she's with Innovation Henderson.
I'm Tech Alley Henderson.
And Tech Alley Henderson, we're so excited to be here tonight with her. She puts all of this together. She's the engine that gets us all here, and
I try.
doing
I
it.
try. And with the help of people like you and Haz and Shannon and Ryan, we wouldn't be able to do it without you guys.
It's our pleasure.
We wouldn't be able to do it.
All right, what's the state of Tech Alley?
So what is Tech Alley? Let's start with that, right? So we are basically a community. We're trying to bring people together, creating an innovation ecosystem where entrepreneurs, startups, professionals can come together, share ideas, network, and take their ideas from just being a concept all the way to market. And we're providing basically resources is what we're doing, an opportunity to meet people and meet resources.
Well, tell us a little bit why does this event matter?
You have to be here to see it, right? It's all about making connections and building relationships in person. Okay, forget social media, forget Facebook and all those crazy social media sites. You know, business still gets done in person with people that connect and, you know, build a relationship. And, you know, and that's why it's important to be here. And we've actually created real opportunities for people here. This wouldn't be happening if Haas hadn't come to a Tech Alley Henderson. Right? Hello Henderson is a result of Tech Alley Henderson. So we make things happen here, and we do it because we're meeting in a room, we're building a community, and people are getting together, so that's why it's important.
Networking, as far as I'm concerned, and I read this not too long ago, networking and meeting people is probably 10 times better than actual marketing. It's more effective than marketing.
I don't get any of my
spending money
clients.
on marketing.
I don't market to any of my clients. I don't do any sales. It's all about relationships and people that I meet and build relationships with. So yeah, 100%.
And speaking of things that came out of Tech Alley Henderson, can we talk about Pilula?
Oh, Carami, Olsen, Pilula.
That's before we met here last year.
And she looks amazing, by the way.
You had me on. You had me on that.
You want to, it's a startup story. When you were early, you were really early stage back then.
Yes.
And look at you now. She's winning awards. She's doing like pop-ups in different roles and stuff.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
And what a great representation of Women's Month to have.
Absolutely.
You know, honestly, the strong female lead that's leading Tech Alley Henderson,
Appreciate that.
and a strong female that came out of Tech Alley Henderson because of everything that you've done so far. So, hats off to you, ladies.
Thank you. And thank you for supporting us.
Absolutely.
Well, one last question. You want to tell us a little bit about what's special about tonight's event?
Well,
specifically?
tonight is Ladies in Leadership in recognition of Women's Month. So I was at a Chamber of Commerce breakfast yesterday for Women's Month, and I learned some scary facts, and I'm going to have to look at the dates here. Okay, so as late as 1974, a woman could not have a bank account
Wow.
without having her husband sign off on it. That's in my lifetime. And as late as 1988, right, we couldn't own businesses and get business loans. So, like, this to me is like, we've come so far now. You know, almost 50% of new businesses, in fact, I think more than 50% are opened by women, right? So, like, in that short space of time, we're talking about less than 40 years, how fast women have advanced. And this is all about representing women and showing how amazing we are, right?
Yes.
And showing how far we've come. So that's why it's special.
Oh my gosh, thank you for putting this on tonight and inviting all these amazing
welcome.
panelists.
I'm happy that everyone's coming to support, and we have about 150 people registered. So we're going to have over 100 people in the room.
Again, I really feel out of place, so I'm just going to walk away and let you
Don't
wrap
feel
up the
out of
segment.
place. I mean, there's a ton
Go
of
ahead.
listen, there's a lot of brave men in the room that have come here to a women's event, right?
Of course. So much support from the men,
Yes.
by the way.
We have come and sit
Henderson.
down. Listen, we are all inclusive. Everybody's welcome. Don't think because it's a women's month that, you know, you can't be here. Everybody should come, everybody should support. Because you never know who you're going to meet at these events. Like, again, I wouldn't be able to be where I am today were it not for holding these events and meeting people in this exact room. So, I mean, to me, it's proven to me that these things work. So for any other business owner, any other startup, any other entrepreneur that has an idea, it can work for them too.
Yes.
We know you have a lot to do.
I appreciate
The room is
that.
getting really full. We're going to grab you at
see
the
you
end.
later.
We want to wrap up with you, all right? So we'll
Okay.
be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm here with one of our sponsors for tonight. Please tell us a little bit about what you're doing, your name and what you're doing.
So I'm Todd. I'm the Vice President General Manager of Prim Valley Casino Resorts. Really here promoting the shows, a lot of new shows, a lot of residence shows. We have a hypnotist show, also a veteran, so we're really trying to support that community as well.
And he just gave away a slew of tickets. So come out to our event each month and you never know what you're gonna get. What was one of your favorite things about tonight?
I like the idea of just asking people specifically about what book impacted their career. When I did the podcast when I was here last, I talked about 4 specific books. So I like to hear that people are reading and using that stuff in their daily life.
Awesome. And I did take a picture of your slide with all your books on it when you were here a couple months ago. So thank you so much. Thank you for coming out and thank you for your sponsoring. We love it.
Hello, we're back with Hello Henderson at Tech Alley Henderson. And we've got Carissa, Begonia with us today.
Hello, hello.
Thank you for joining us. Okay, first of all, tell us a little bit about who you are and what's your role in the community, in the business world.
Yeah, so my name's Carissa Begonia, like the flower. I am a community builder, a networking expert, and I build communities both for myself. So I have a community called the Thought Leadership Collective, which really centers around authors and aspiring authors. I also have a community called Conscious Exchange, and that's for women entrepreneurs, a lot of women of color particularly. And then I have one also here in Las Vegas called Elevate Las Vegas, who's part of this event today. And we're really focused on women leaders and entrepreneurs and bringing us together to find opportunities like this one that a lot of folks don't have access to or even awareness of. So I feel like my role in the Las Vegas community in particular, or just in gender equity, if you will, is to be a voice and to be a person that's like, hey, did you know about this event? If not, you should show up. It's really great for you to do that. And one of my other kind of specialties when it comes to community building or networking is teaching people how to both market and sell on LinkedIn. So really how you build your brand, how do you build your business using the LinkedIn platform.
Ooh, that's so good. There's so many resources and things out there. Well, thank you for everything you're doing for women of color, and all the things. I've been to several events that Elevate has been at. I don't know if you knew that because they're always really big, and I might have been in the background, but you guys have been doing amazing things, and thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us.
So, okay, we're excited to hear what you have to say tonight and present the whole room with. But right here, what do you want people to take away from? With you being here and presenting, what do you want the number one thing for people to take away?
Yeah, so one of kind of the foray into equity work was I was the former head of diversity, equity, inclusion at Zappos, and I was really, to me, it's really important to represent for your community, right? So as a woman of color, I'm Filipina, as a woman, and so, having a panel here today that is really focused on women in leadership is so valuable and important to me. We're just actually having a conversation about the importance of being seen, right? Like I do believe in that saying that when you can see it, you can be it. And I'm loving seeing more events that are centered around women, gender equity, right? To be able to see ourselves up there, right? So whether we're in tech, whether we're founders, whether we're just in business and leadership, we were talking about very male-dominated industries sometimes, like banking and finance and such. And I think it's important for folks who look like us to say, like, wait, why not me too,
Yes.
right? And so when a lot of times when we're the only ones who have access, we get to a certain level in our jobs or our careers or in business, and you see less and fewer of us in those industries or at that level, there's kind of this extra responsibility that you don't have to, but you can decide to choose to take on, where you are like, oh, this is possible for you too.
I love that. Oh my gosh, like it's almost like being a mentor for people that you don't even know. They'll see you in that role and they'll say, I can do that.
And sometimes that's all it takes, right? Like you don't actually have to do much.
That's beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you so much for coming tonight. We can't wait to see what you present.
Thank
on
you
stage
so much.
tonight. And thank you again.
Thanks for having us. Bye.
We'll be back.
Great, thank you so much.
All right, we're back here at Hello Henderson, at Tech Alley Henderson, with a very special guest. I'm very nervous. I don't know your mayorship. Welcome to the show, Mayor Michelle Romero. I don't know what to say. I've never interviewed a mayor before.
Michelle is fine.
All right, Michelle, how are you?
I'm good.
It's been lovely to see you. I know I met you a couple of weeks. I think it was a couple of weeks ago.
I think so.
At the parade, and you were so nice and so welcoming.
Thanks.
What brings you to Tech Alley Henderson today?
I'm speaking tonight. We're going to
Awesome.
talk about what's going on in Henderson and how we work with entrepreneurs and economic development and things like that.
Love that. All right. Tell me, what is it about Henderson that makes it so special? I've only moved here since last May, and I'm just continue seeing this growing and growing and growing. Is there something in the water? Something is in the water, right?
People say it's growing, but I've been here my whole life. And in the late 90s and the early 2000s, we were growing. So like double-digit growth year after year. This is itty-bitty incremental growing for us. And it's about 2% growth every year.
Really?
And so it makes it much easier for us to plan ahead and make sure that we're building our infrastructure and our public safety and all the things that need to make a community great while we're growing.
So you're on track. You're planning for the
Yes.
city, you're planning for the growth, and you're on the right
Yes,
track.
We are.
What does the future, not the very far future, let's say the next 5 years, what does it look like for Henderson?
It looks wonderful. We still have people coming to us every day. So when I was growing up, Henderson was just a bedroom community. There was really no economic development. There was no diversity of any kind people who lived in Henderson worked in Las Vegas.
Right.
And so now we have people coming to us, and we can be choosy about who we want to partner with and who we want to bring in and the types of jobs. We want to make sure that we are attracting jobs that provide quality of life for those who are working there. And so we work very closely and target very specifically certain job sectors to make sure that happens.
I heard it used to be called Hendertucky. Is that real?
That is a dirty word.
You're gonna have to blame Catherine Wiersch for that. I interviewed her a couple of weeks ago. That's what she said. So I'm sorry, Henderson. I don't like Hendertucky. I like Henderson better.
Yes, me too.
So I have to say this. I actually now get to go back home and rub it in my daughter's face that I also met you because you met them at Hannah Marie Brown.
Yes.
And they kept rubbing it in my face for a couple of months. So now I get bragging rights that I finally got to meet the mayor. By the way, Water Street.
Yes.
Is there a re-emerging? Because I see Water Street, I see how great it is, but also we see Green Valley. If I can be honest, I love both, but something about Water Street that makes me feel like, oh, I want to come here more. Is it re-emerging or is it, tell me about the plan.
Redevelopment started on Water Street back in 1995. And so it has taken that long to get where we are today. If you had been, even 10 years ago, if you'd have shot a cannon down Water Street, not very many people would have noticed. And it took a long time. So Water Street was my project when I worked for the city. And we were able to create a plan and stick to that plan. And we were very good at saying no to things that we didn't think would add to the value and attract people down here. And so as we chose different partners to come in and to build down here, we did it with really careful thought and working with our community to make sure it was unique and different and a real destination for people.
That's awesome.
And so it was very purposeful how it has been designed, and it's really an authentic downtown. It's not manufactured, it's a true downtown, and so that adds to the charm.
So if you like the hockey rink, if you like wine on Water Street, Chinitas, whatever else is on Water Street, was it the Water Street Pizzeria? This is the lady you got to thank right here. So any final words for our listeners out there?
Well, if you haven't been down to Water Street, come on down, you're missing out. We also have great VGK watch parties in our plaza. We have all kinds of fun things to do down here. Great places to eat. It's just a good time.
And it's great for families. I mean, I have 2 young kids. So,
It is.
Yeah, it's great for families.
Yeah.
Mayor Michelle Romero, my new friend Michelle, is wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much for giving me the time.
You're welcome.
And I can't wait to see. One last thing, actually, can you give us a preview of what you're going to talk about without giving too much?
Just about what's happening in Henderson. People, I want to make sure that they have firsthand, they hear it from the horse's mouth, because sometimes things get lost in translation and I hear things that people are saying and I'm like, no, that's not what's happening. And so, I want to make sure that they get it firsthand and they can ask questions.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Mayor Michelle Romero on Hello Henderson here at Tech Alley Henderson, and we'll be right back.
Okay, welcome back. We've got Johnny here with us. Johnny, I'm Carami. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And tell us a little bit about what brought you out here to Henderson Innovation tonight.
So we're about community, and so we want to be very much ingrained with the community so we can help the government, help business, and help others. And for me personally, it's really the networking part, because being part of the community, even though I don't live here exactly, is really important. That's where we get to meet people and understand different backgrounds and different problems people have, so we can help solve things for them.
Okay, and what company are you with? What are you?
A small company called IBM. Might not have heard of us. We're not selling typewriters anymore. So we are selling anything from AI to databases to asset management, like big companies with vehicles and all the parts and equipment they need, needs maintenance, needs control, work orders, and everything. We do a bunch of things like that. So
Nice. Well, me being from Henderson, we really appreciate you out here supporting us and everything we're doing. And thank you for your support.
And I didn't realize how big Henderson is. 370,000 people. I didn't realize how big it is. So that's pretty impressive. And I've watched it grow over the years as I come into town, but I didn't realize how big Henderson was. So I'm pretty happy.
Keep it kind of secret, but it's wonderful.
It is, absolutely.
Thank you for coming, and we'll see you again.
Thank you for your time.
All right, welcome back to Hello Henderson at Tech Alley Henderson. We're here with Catherine Wiersch,
That's correct.
Yeah, that's right. I finally said it correctly.
That's right. Well, I mean, you've interviewed me before.
Yeah.
So why are you here?
Yeah, you're right.
Silly boys. They're always intruding.
This is kind of my first time meeting you. Welcome. And okay, so for those of you who may not know your work yet, tell us a little bit about that and your background.
Sure. So I'm Catherine. I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas. For the last 20-ish years, I've lived in Henderson. So Henderson is home for me. I was a public defender with public service background. In the last year, I have become a district court hearing commissioner. My kind of area of law that I practice is mental health crisis, so civil commitments. And I oversee district courts, specialty courts. So when a person is placed on probation and they're told you can be in our community safely if you're following a drug treatment program or a mental health program, I oversee the compliance in that. So making sure they're taking their medicine, they're testing negative, all those kind of good things to be in our community safely.
Yes. Oh, so needed. And we want the community to uplift all of us, all the people.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, these individuals are going to be back in our community. So the question really becomes, how can we provide a tool or resource to them with the time that we have them while they're in the court system to produce a different result at the end? And I think that's where kind of the heart of all of it is we're looking for the hope in everyone. We're giving them tools and we're hoping that they can contribute safely to our community at the end.
Such a supportive role you play. I love it. I have a few questions I looked up here, but I love this one. How do you personally balance accountability with compassion when it comes to justice?
So accountability is so important. I think, this kind of takes me back to raising my small kids. I have a 5 and a 6-year-old. And at the end of the day, we know children love structure. They want to know what the rule is, what the reward is. They want to work towards that. So my goal really in the model of like accountability is the best compassion is that to, one, make sure that every person has a place to be heard and to understand what their story is. So in knowing their story, that helps me craft the approach to that accountability, whether it be requirements or basically making sure they understand what's coming out of my mouth as an expectation from the court side so that it's very clear and they know the end result. And so when they break that rule, I can hold them accountable. Because if we're in this cycle where we're constantly saying, here's the mark, oh, you missed it, oh, try again, oh, you missed the mark, oh, okay, try again. Like, we're not producing change, right? So my concept is clear communication, accountability, and that's the best thing I can do for the end of the day because we need to get you back out into the community.
That was the number one thing I heard with you describing all of that was communication. Love it. For people in the community, what's the one thing you wish they better understood about the role the court system plays in their lives?
Well, I think there's a lot of misconception that one particular person in the court has all the power, and that's really not the way it is. I mean, as a judicial officer myself, yes, I have the end say, but we're really in a room full of people with a lot of information. And so it is there is a lot of criticism that, oh, we're just letting people out who are bad people or committing more crimes. The reality is there's so much weight that goes into each person's role, whether it be our rights violated, is that why things are negotiating differently? Is the victim involved? Are they negotiating differently because of that? The state or the city attorneys take a look at it. They determine what are the actual provable parts to it. And then there's the final component, which is, if we made it all the way to trial and somebody's found guilty and we're looking at the consequence, or a case has been negotiated and we're looking at a consequence, the question becomes, have we talked about who this person is and what's going to be the best outcome for them? A lot of people think, oh, everyone should be incarcerated, or, oh, everyone should be out. And there's this middle line that really is a lot of smart people getting in the room and talking about everything and trying to make a decision that's really fair and impartial, that follows the law, but gives people the opportunity to do better.
Thank you for breaking that all down for us. And where can people learn more about your work and follow your journey?
Okay, so, I work for the district court. So if you have questions generally, you can always go to the district court. Me personally, if you're curious about me, I'm running for judge in the city of Henderson. I have a website. It's Catherine with the letter C, the number 4judge.com. My story's on there, my motivation, my goal, to bring some of that assistance right here to our own city. Yay, Henderson.
Great. We're so happy to have you. Good luck with everything. And thank you for joining us on Hello Henderson.
Hello, Henderson.
All right, and we are back at Hello Henderson, back at Tech Alley Henderson. And with me tonight are a couple of our speakers. First, we have...
My name is Kadambari Bilwar. I live in Henderson. and I run a medical device startup, which is Trust Health. We only detect complication like surgical site infection.
And we have Claire.
Yeah, hello everyone, Claire Longo. I am currently working for MGM. I lead AI and automations there. And I have a lot of startup experience. I also have some stuff I do on the side and getting involved with AI community here in Las Vegas, as well as advising startups.
I feel like I saw both of you either here or Tech Alley, Las Vegas. Your
Yes.
faces look very familiar. If it's familiar for me, it must be familiar for the community. Tell me, let's start with you, Kat. What do you do in the community that people need to know about, and why is it so important for Henderson and the tech community?
So what we serve everybody out here. What we do is we monitor patients who've gone through surgery or have wounds and detect early signs of infection before even any visible sign comes up. So everybody is the one who we can end up catering to.
Yeah. And Claire, I mean, working for MGM, I'm sure you've seen a lot of people.
Yeah, I think we impact the community. It's a huge employer here in Las Vegas. But I have stayed involved in tech communities wherever I'm located, regardless of who I'm working for. So throughout my entire career, I've stayed involved in local communities that support women in tech. I think it's really important that we have examples of women making it in tech, breaking the glass ceiling. So that is what I'm trying to do, as well as just connect with other women, be here to answer questions, mentor folks, to help them make their way in the tech field.
Excellent. Without getting too much, because I know both of you are going to be on stage tonight, what is it you're going to talk about without giving away the secret? Because we don't want people to know what you're going to talk about online. We want them to come here, right?
Yeah,
So let's give them a preview of what they're going to miss.
So what we're talking about is basically how healthcare is something which everybody should have equity on, and all about our experiences, because that's what counts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to share about how I landed up into entrepreneurship and all the experience which led me to starting Trust Health.
Excellent. And Claire?
Yeah, I'm hoping to share my journey in tech. I've seen it change a lot. I started my career as a mathematician about 13 years ago, and I went through the big data hype and then the data science hype, and now the AI hype. So I've seen like 3 different hype cycles around really as we just define what this technology is and how to use it. And I've learned that some things stay the same and some things change very quickly, and I've learned how to help organizations adopt these new technologies. So that's something I'm hoping to share with the group today.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much. Good luck tonight. I hope to catch you at the end when we do our wrap-up show, just kind of like a little powwow, see how you felt, because it's something different when you get up there. It's another thing when you come down from there and you get, oh. So trust me, I've been up there a couple of times. I know that feeling. All right, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Hello Henderson here at Henderson Tech Alley. Super excited to be here for Women's Month. We have Christy Saab with us. Welcome, Christy.
Thank you so much, Carami. I appreciate you inviting me to be here.
Love it. I cannot wait to listen to the panel and all the great things you have to share. So tell us a little bit about what you do and what you're most passionate about right now.
That's a trick. I'm going to have to whisper because I'm going to talk about what I'm most passionate about when I take the stage tonight.
Right. Okay.
And oftentimes I work with high performers. I work with leaders. I call myself a leadership architect and a culture strategist, also a values fire starter. And what we're going to talk about tonight is people think that the results they're getting in their lives are a result of their mindset, their hustle, their motivation. I'm going to debunk that tonight. And for those of you who are visiting us here, it's called Think Values First.
I love that. I'm already thinking about things that go on in my own mind. So I can't wait.
Awesome.
Okay. So you've spent years developing leaders. What originally pulled you into this space?
I was fortunate over the course of my career to work with some really great leaders, and unfortunately to work with some very not so great leaders. And the way I sort of defined the difference was that there were rock stars out there, and there were people who were okay with mediocrity and complacency, and that was not good for me. So what I did is during the Great Recession, and I always say whoever called it a Great Recession had no clue what was really happening in the world. However, during the Great Recession, I just said, you know what? I've been comfortable for too long. The second half of my career, I want to go out and work with the rock stars in business and the people who are already great at what they do, yet they care about and are committed to how they lead those who work with them, side by side, up or down. So to me, it's about creating even better leaders than leaders that you meet every day.
So you were observant through the first half of your career, and then very intentionally that second half you said, I'm doing this.
Very intentionally
yes.
with regard to the leadership
I love it.
development. Yeah.
Well, okay, we'll hear more from you on stage in a bit. Where can people connect with you or learn more about your work?
Thanks for asking. You can find me on LinkedIn, or you can find me at christystaub.com.
All right, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you guys for watching Hello Henderson.
Are you stressed yet?
Okay, I'm not as stressed now as I was before.
Right.
And you can tell I'm a little uptight, but
No, but once you get in the motion of it, it's a lot of fun. It's like being on a roller coaster.
and everyone's so nice.
Yes, and everybody loves to be in front of the camera despite them being shy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Once the conversation gets going, it gets going. I think we got to wrap up.
Okay.
We'll be right back after the whole show. We'll do our wrap-up show. Carami, thank you so much for being here. You're still going to stick around till the end, right?
Yes, Haas.
Absolutely.
I'm here till the very end. Thank you
We
so
finally
much
got the
for
equipment working, the mic's working, so she's definitely going to stay for this one. All right, we got to wrap up. We'll be back after this. All right, so we are recording. Folks, this has been a crazy night, an amazing night, a lovely night. They're telling us to get out of here, but I'm not getting out until I interview some of the folks that were on stage tonight. We have Nadia and Monica. How are you?
We're great. You know, we're just kind of experiencing this like rave-like environment right now. You know?
I love it. I love the moonlight. Yeah.
There's an extra mic right there. Sorry about that.
And these ladies just killed it.
Yes.
Gave us tons of amazing
Oh, well,
info.
it's clearing out. It's starting to die. Okay, we don't have to yell anymore. Good job.
Okay.
Thank you. How do you feel your content went or your conversation went on stage tonight?
I mean, for the most part, I thought it went well. I had to condense what's normally a 2-hour presentation into like 30 minutes.
You did a great job.
I try to give as many nuggets as I could in just a short period of time, but we had some great questions.
Yes.
And very few people in the room heard about certification, so that was great.
Yeah,
So,
and I love the fact that you make it easy. You said, if anybody wants to know if you qualify, just give us a call and
Right.
we'll help you through it.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, because not a lot of people know that they can actually do that.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Nadia, what a great job moderating. Speaking of somebody who
you.
moderated something a couple of weeks ago, you did a great job.
Thank
Wonderful
you.
job.
Appreciate it.
So how do you feel the
Not
panel
my
went?
first time to the rodeo.
And it shows for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been moderating panels for almost 10 years. So, you know, I definitely have a little bit of experience. But I think, I mean, every conversation is different, and it's always a new opportunity for me to learn from my panelists and to have an opportunity to connect with the audience and to really understand, you know, kind of what their needs are and where we need to lean in a little bit more. So I think it was great.
Do you feel like you got what you hoped out of it when you lead panels? There are certain goals as the speaker or the one presenting the panel, like, this is what I really want the audience to engage in. Or that's what I want the speakers to really cover. Do you feel like that happened tonight for you?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, I always put in a certain level of preparation, you know, ahead of time for the panels I moderate. I mean, granted, I would have appreciated a little bit more time, but we're all, you know, we're trying to pack in a lot of fabulous conversation and education into, you know, a fairly limited amount of time. So I think we did great for the time we have. Cue the lights.
You know what, I could tell you did research on your panelists. And you really brought some quality questions in specific for each of them. It's awesome.
So normally we do a closeout with just me and Carami, or me and the co-host. Carami is co-hosting this month. I have a different co-host every month for this event. And we usually close with Lorraine, unless Lorraine wants to jump in real quick and say goodbye.
Hi and bye. See you on April 29th. I didn't get a chance to thank everybody for being here tonight because everyone was just talking so loud, which is great. And guess what? They're still outside talking. Like, we literally can't get rid of them. So hopefully
this feels like a nightclub.
Hopefully they'll go to the bar. They'll go to the bar, buy a drink, support the property, and continue conversations.
Like, thank you for bumping our freaking revenue tonight.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great time. We'll see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.